We are live.
Woohoo! If you're logging in there, that should be on mute.
It is.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Hey! We don't know if it's working or not, but
There's one thumbs up at least.
I just got a notification that you're live, so it's working.
hi, everybody. Jackson, Florida.
Yes, it rains here way too much. I am so over the high four. I got lost. I've been lost. I've been rained on. I'm over this. It's the humidity. The humidity. I'm like, this is why I live in a semi-arid desert.
It's just like being in Texas, except
No, it's not.
except somebody threw a wet blanket over you.
Yes. It's like you're breathing in air. I mean, and they told us it's actually cooler today than it has been for a while.
It is.
You know, so
Very
the
nice.
weather's really nice. It's gorgeous out. And the next thing I know is like, oh, there's a cloud. Like I'm driving in the
Honey,
sunshine.
it's 3 o'clock. It's time.
Well, yeah, I was driving in the sunshine, and next thing you know, I'm right underneath the cloud, and I'm like, and then I went and I turned right, and I left the cloud, and I'm like, hello, sun again. Hi, sun. This is so weird. This is not Texas. Texas, if it rains, it's like over like miles. And it's
Yes.
over spots. Hey, Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette.
Yes, it can
Hey,
be raining.
Jeanette.
Hi, Jeanette. It can be raining in the next yard and not in yours.
It's so weird. And then, of course, I had a poncho, and then it's like, okay, I had to buy a poncho. Who knows how much I paid for that poncho? I don't know. James, how much was that poncho? Because I don't know. I didn't look. I just bought it.
Darla, what do you reckon a poncho cost at Disney? $45?
It was at Redland Road.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
we
bet
went there for dinner.
75.
It was really nice. No, it wasn't that
75
high.
bucks.
But so we were at the World. No, probably 20. It was probably 20. It was somewhere around 20 because we were at the World of Coke store, and in that store, a poncho was $19, and people were fussing about $19. Like, well, then it's Florida. Bring your own poncho. It's like
Hey,
I had
Alyssa.
an umbrella with me, so I handed my umbrella to
Hi, Alyssa.
is Sunny Williams, is Jeanette.
Hi, Alyssa.
Oh, let me see your bracelet. Oh, okay. I need one of these. Yeah, because I have her charms, but the bracelet, the little bracelet, and I'm too rough. And even this, I'm wearing out the plating on this completely. Look, don't judge.
She has very corrosive skin.
Yeah, it's me. It's not you. And the amount of money I have spent in Florida, right? It's been like whatever budget I had coming in went out the window.
She was talking about how much money she's already spent on bags and stuff. And then she says, can you bring all the bags over that you're going to sell so that I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because
Whatever.
I'm fixing to sell a bunch of
I only got
bags
one bag.
too.
No, I mean, I know, I understand, I get it. It's just that I get personally attached to your collection, to my collection, to her collection, and I'm just like, keep the bag.
If I'm not
Bags
using
you bought
them
for the
and I
time.
haven't used them in a year, then they gotta go.
Alyssa, I've only bought one bag. It's not the bags that have got me. It is all the Disney merch, and I have tons of Disney merch. But I have found some cool Disney pins, and I bought. Well, actually, I bought okay, that's not. I bought more than one bag. Okay, I bought two.
I thought you did.
Yeah, because I got a lunchbox bag, a duffel bag, and I bought a purse. So I bought one purse, but I bought some other smaller, and then a tote. So 4 bags for 5 days.
I thought we weren't buying bags this trip.
I wasn't supposed to, but I went to the Bear Bradley outlet at the what's it called, the Vineyard or whatever, one of the outlets here, and they had so when I bought all this luggage in preparation for this trip, right? And I'm like, I'll just use this bag, and then I started packing, and I realized I was going to pack 5 different bags. I'm like, this is not going to work because getting the bags from the car to the hotel, there isn't actually a porter, so you have to carry them or get the little butler thing, and they're never where you need them to be. So I'm like, we're going to carry these. So I'm like, okay. So I reduced everything down to 2 bags, and then I realized I needed a larger duffel bag because I brought my blanket because I'm and my own pillow, and that was a mistake because even though I normally always travel with my own blanket and pillow, I can't afford the extreme humidity and heat there. The blanket has a perfectly wonderful summer weight in Texas is not because it's feathers.
I brought this bag to show her. She about shit.
Gorgeous.
It's a good one.
Gorgeous. Oh my God, gorgeous. I didn't. She showed me. Okay,
Because I brought her this to compare.
Yeah, so like this is beautiful. It feels exactly the same. Oops. Oh, there we go. We're back. It feels the same. It's like these could have been the same cow. So cool.
That's a really good work bag right there.
It's awesome. I love it. It's great for me for every day. I love it.
That's definitely on the list now. Darn.
And then she wanted to feel this one.
Yes,
so,
I wanted to see this one. Move this off there. Hey, look at us. Look, this is the one she took me. Oh my gosh.
Is that one caviar?
Photos don't do this job. No.
It's a metallic.
We're using the laptop.
We don't have good lighting. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a calfskin, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's awesome. It is so cool. It's smaller.
It's a beautiful bag.
And that's all you use?
Yes.
Hey, Linda. Hey, Milo.
That is the smallest I want to get.
Well, this was for what you don't want to carry that around a castle. Trust me.
I never want to go to another castle again. I feel sorry for James. If we ever make it back to Europe, I've already told him I'm never going to another castle again.
Did you go to Dover Castle?
I did not. I never been to any of the ones in England, but we went to the ones in Germany, Lithuania, and Italy, and all those, Vienna, all those. And I'm just like, I'm done. I'm over it.
To get to Dover Castle, you got to be half a billy goat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just up. You got to climb up a big hill just to get to it.
I can't remember the name of it, but the castle that was the model for Cinderella's castle. Yeah, we rode by it. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, these things were built hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They didn't have indoor plumbing. They didn't have water wells. I mean, if they did, it's not. I mean, how did they get water up these mountains to put them where their castles are?
People were hauling that water up there, and their boat was where their toilets went.
We're coming
I'm like, they're servants. It's a castle. They're royalty. They don't get their own water, darling.
Yeah. So we are on a hot spot, and there's a storm above us.
Yes.
Guess that guy.
So we're going to kind of keep it short.
Okay, well, let me show you this one.
Because we're on my personal hotspot trying to do this. What is this?
This is the 33.
Oh my God.
That's the soft Ricky. No photos, and that's one that's kind of beat up there, and it's really soft and smushy. So the full Rickies are thicker leather.
It is beat up, but
yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's everything I love in a bag. So most of them are better than that. The lady who owned this has used this the heck of bag. This bag, she used it really
and
well.
The weight is right for the leather.
So and that's the 33. So that's the bigger one. The 27 is a little shorter.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. That's not much bigger than this one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually.
Hey, Angela.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little. It's about the same. This is perfect. So the 33 is not too big. I thought it would be.
No.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, and and the soft one, they all feel like that.
The stitching is.
Even the soft, like the mini Ricky, the small one, feels like this leather.
That is just, it blows my mind.
Yeah, I know. Look how beautiful. And this is why when I look at the Brooklyn, I'm like, no.
Yeah,
Brooklyn,
I'm going to go over and look at the bags over there.
What they did with the Coach Brooklyn,
the
exterior leather is fine, but the interior inside of it, instead of leaving the natural suede, they shaved it down to reduce weight, I'm sure. So it has a weird texture to it. It's not a smooth texture. So it's not like a thin skin on top of it's just the backside of leather, and they took the best part, which is the suede, the rough, and shaved it down to nothing.
I'm just blown away by the quality of this bag.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is not stuff that you see now today.
Nope.
You don't see
No,
this kind of stuff.
Well,
And there's not a lot of difference between the 27 and the 33. Most of the difference is the height.
the height.
Yeah,
The width is about the same.
this is not big to me.
It's not. And if you wear it without the wings flared out, it reads a lot smaller than that.
Yeah,
You can do this.
yeah. That is beautiful. And I love that it just has that little bit of touch of Western, being Ralph Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
See, everybody says it looks Western to me. I guess Western just looks normal to me now.
It's this stitching and it's the shape.
Yeah.
Like this is shaped like a stirrup.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that's definitely that's on the list then.
So let me show you. Okay, these are yours,
That might take the place of.
and the one side.
I've been looking at this looking for this for years, and she actually had one.
And I forgot I had it. I forgot I had
Oh my
it.
God, this is beautiful too.
That one is amazing. So that one I bought because you told me what you're looking for, and I stumbled across it. And I said, if she doesn't want it, I'll keep it.
This is so much better in
Yeah.
person than it is online.
Oh my God, yes. And they don't make this one anymore.
No, they don't.
And I can totally see why, because it's probably just too much. First of all, it's a Florentine leather flat with the pebbled leather.
This is awesome in person.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't-
absolutely amazing.
This is.
And it has this little top handle, which makes it loose. It's fine.
Hey, Christiana.
And it has a top handle on the back, or back pocket. So
I didn't notice
you
that.
You can throw your phone in the back pocket, and then when you're grown, and this top handle is great because when you go in and out of your car, you can grab it and then sling it around you because it has a crossbody.
But Jackie, this is awesome.
I know, right? Look at the condition. It's like, well, I will never find that bag again.
No,
Every time you find that bag, it's over $300.
it's a shame you gave it to me.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I know where it is.
Do you know why she gave it to me though? She got one. She got one.
This is what the trade was.
It was these two for that one.
I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. I have another piece of monogram.
And this is actually a lot more beautiful than it is in person. These
Oh,
are gorgeous in person.
Yeah.
And you're both getting something you wanted.
Clean and gorgeous.
Yeah.
I've been looking for this bag for years. They don't make this color anymore. And I used to have this back in the 90s.
Oh, really? I love that color. That's what
Now
I
they
want,
do
but I
olive
want the.
drab, which I also love.
It's not the same. The olive's okay, but that green is like gold. People just love
Yeah,
it.
I love
just
the
put them
forest.
on on the LV permanent color list. People would buy it all the time.
Oh yeah,
I love the forest green from Dooney.
this bag rocks. Oh my God,
See,
it's so
when
good.
I found that, I said, Craig, you need this. But Craig was like, that's the wrong size. Like, are you sure? Because then I'm buying it. And he says, yeah, hey, girl, you just go get that. And I'm like, I bought it.
How is it the wrong size?
For him. That's
So he
just,
doesn't like this size
no,
either?
he wants it to be large. This has to be, it's the shortness and the width ratios. So,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
I've seen him pack his
yeah,
bag.
because he uses a full-size
It's a clown car.
agenda. I'm like, every time I see his bag and hold it, I'm like, how do you function with this bag? It's so heavy.
I can do 12 inches. I can do 12 inches wide as long as it's 10 inches tall. But it's hard to get.
Yeah.
It's usually like
Square,
7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so his like preferred is like a 15 or 16-inch, and most 16-inch bags are going to be considered luggage most times. So most purses
For
big
who?
purses aren't. That's good. He says for everybody else, not you, sir.
Oh, okay. Let me grab my bag of the day. Hang on.
Okay.
It's because he's
My-
6 foot. So when
I know. I saw him with a 30 Birkin.
yeah, it looks small.
It looks like
right.
a toy.
When he carries his 40 Birkin, people think it's. When he carries a 30, people think it's 25. When
Yeah.
he carries the 40, they think it's a 30.
Hey.
Just because of the scale.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh yes.
That's
Can I get
it?
Yes. Yes. Oh, speaking of
Oi!
moving on to this one.
Oh, okay. There's a dark brown one on sale on eBay.
That is the transatlantic east-west.
This
So-
is. They just don't make quality
I
bags
know.
anymore.
Of course, when
You
these,
would feel these. It's so different.
but when
See,
these
that's
were
a transatlantic.
when these were new, these
Atlantic, transatlantic.
yeah. So that was taller. This was wider.
I have 3 of the Atlantiques. But there's a dark brown one I want that I
And
like.
this has 2 types of leather, and I kind of darkened this one accidentally over here when I did the leather on it.
Oh, yeah.
But
In person, it doesn't
No, it's
show
fine.
up. On
But-
camera, it does.
yeah,
but-
because if you see inside, that's the real color, which is light lemon.
Yeah.
Really light. But in real life, it's more of a
It
mustard
just
anyway.
blends in.
So that's the transatlantic.
IRL
Hey, Jolie.
boxer. And I always thought this looked too heavy. Yes, sir?
You know, I have the brown Buffalo transatlantic that I hardly ever use, right?
Yeah.
He's selling bags.
I'm selling bags. I rarely ever use it.
Just saying.
I love the natural Vachetta
Well, if
ones.
I
They're so
sell some
pretty.
bags, I can buy some.
Yeah.
This is a lot lighter than I thought it was
Yes. It looks heavier. The buffalo is a different leather texture. The buffalo is more, it's this rubber, but really, the work bag really sturdy. Yeah.
Well, this is a hell of a lot lighter in person too
Yes.
than it is on the.
I know a lot of these things when you see them and when you get them, you're like, wait, that's what. A lot of
That's
times,
gorgeous.
this is the full leather one, and I brought because this was one of my favorite bags. So much so, I had 2 of them. I wanted you to see this because this is the canvas.
This is heavier.
Is linen and leather, distressed leather.
It is distressed.
Yeah. It's meant to look like that. So when people see it on the photos, they're like, it does not photograph well. So people are like,
Oh. It looks really cool in person
Yeah.
though.
it's
On the
very
camera,
cool.
it just looks dirty.
Yeah, but in person, it's like, whoa. You know?
That's neat.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing this, because on camera it just looked dirty, but in person it's a really cool bag. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's
Feedback.
No, it's not
your phone. Something connected in his house. Yeah. But the shafts have not been chatted, or over there. So this
I'm
one is
back. Sorry, I was,
weird, but over there.
Yeah, this would
Oh, continue.
definitely replace my little. This would definitely replace my little the belt's not on, right? It would definitely replace my little coach if I find one of these. I have a little coach that's shaped like this.
I want one of those too.
It's the color. If I could get the color,
I love it. It's
Yeah,
great.
this color is awesome.
And the hardware on these bags is just phenomenal.
Top notch.
I read about that guy, and he's one of those people. It's got to be the best of the best. Everything I do is the best of the best. And so when they sold to Kohl's, I'm passing it wrong. I understand why he just said, "Oh, forget this."
Yeah.
They started
Mhm.
selling crap.
Oh, it has all of the appearance of the same bag. The ones that are in bowls,
Mm-hmm.
it looks the same, but the
Mm.
feel is nowhere near the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not even the same thing. So if you're a creator and an artist, and you make this, and then they do that to it,
Yeah.
it's disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the bags I brought. The show. So which one's your favorite?
God,
The
that
Reiki?
one.
Yeah.
I love them all.
Yeah.
Well, I have reeds, but I don't have any boxers. And that bag that looks dirty on camera is just gorgeous.
I
in
know,
person.
right? This is awesome. Is this
I love
you don't
the-
like you want all leather, you don't like the linen.
Oh, I don't mind the linen because this is good linen. This is like
Ah.
I had no idea. This is like the garden party, only better
Oh yeah.
linen.
Because garden party is a cotton quilt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
actually a I think this is actually a linen quilt.
that's a linen twill. Yeah, you can tell the difference.
So long staple flax linen versus cotton.
Right.
Hey, you want to hear a
It's
little
much better
story?
bag, actually, than
Oh.
my garden party. Oh, it's better bag.
What, Craig?
Funny story. The linen that they use for the front pockets on the boxers is actually drop cloths, painter's drop cloths. It's triple ply though.
Drop claws?
But it's
Feels like linen.
it's triple ply. Well, they are original drop cloths are made out of linen.
Okay, triple drop cloth. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
couldn't figure out
Yeah,
what he
I
was
couldn't
saying.
hear it either.
sorry.
That's cool.
Hi, yeah, Angela. The storms are coming.
Yeah. This place rains every day. And here's the thing, because it's so flat, and the roads here are concrete. In Texas, we have mostly asphalt until you get to the coast because of the flatness and the weather. They mix they go to concrete because here's all concrete, right? Flat, flat, flat. So it's raining really hard, and it just stays on the dang road because it can't drain off fast enough. And I'm like, Hydroplane City, and people are just like, and people are still trying to go 60 miles. I'm like y'all gonna die.
What, you don't like slipping and sliding and flying down the highway?
No, these people. It's like the weather. It's road. This is because we were like, why is the toll here such a low mileage? That's why. Because if the mileage of our toll is 80 miles an hour,
Right.
if 80 miles an hour here, people would be dead. People would not survive it. Because people drive here because the roads don't
It's
have.
very aggressive.
Well, they don't have a crown because there's nowhere for it to move off to anyway. It's all flat. There's no relief. So it's just going into storm drains, and the storm drains can only take so much water. It's like driving here cursing.
The old part of Orlando, like Colonial Drive,
Yeah.
when it rains every afternoon, they've never fixed it, right, Darla? Can you hear me back there? She must have gone in the other room.
Yeah, the road's flood easy too.
The
Angela.
whole Colonial Drive and all that area is just completely flooded.
Hey, Monica. Yeah. So, no, and the other thing was everything here is named lake. Lake this, like that. It's like, how many lakes can there be?
Well, if it's not a lake right now, it will be in a little
And then I
bit.
drove by like 71st Road. Like, really? I don't live. It's like, I'm like, and then I got lost, completely lost. Like, I don't know what I did with my navigation system. And it doesn't tell me, oh, in a quarter mile, take a right. You get up there to a quarter mile and take a right. And they're like, but the lane split weird, so there's no way you can make that right. You need to go another lane over about a half mile back as it was. So I'm just like, yeah, we're going straight.
You definitely need to know what lane you need to be
Yeah,
in
there's
here.
not.
There's no way to transition.
Yeah, and then even with the navigation, it isn't like people, there's no space. People have somewhere to go, and they do not care. They're like, we're busy. And this is not even on the 4. The 4, Highway 4 is like Texas 35, which is like the road that is under construction. And driving here was the longest drive ever to get from Texas because I feel like all of 10 was under construction.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I haven't been
It
on
was,
10 in a
it was
while.
crazy. I'm like, of course we did drive on a Labor Day weekend, and
Yeah.
in hindsight, so maybe this was not the best choice. So, Angela says Orlando has the worst drivers. Hey, and I went to a mall here called Florida Mall. It looked great. I went in there.
Is it?
It looked fine. But it looked empty.
Well, yeah.
Empty, and nobody was in there. And
Well, what were they selling in there?
Well, I went to the Macy's and I was going to go to this game store that they said they had, but when we got there, it was like a wild goose chase because there was no games. The store wasn't there. It had changed over to an Italian restaurant. Who knows when? Okay.
Our malls are literally turning into flea markets.
It wasn't a flea market. It was a kid playscape central.
That's what they are.
This is totally where moms come to bring their kids, and there's all these like Pachinko machines. It's like kids arcade. How can we get money out of mom and dad? You know. Where are you? A mile from me. Oh, I'm right down the road from the Florida Mall. Well, we went there, Angela, because I wanted to go to the White Castle hamburger place because I used to have White Castle up in Michigan, and they don't have it in Texas. So like, James, we had to go. And he's like, okay, let's go. So we went, and he goes, well, is it good as you remember? I'm like, no, but I still want to come back. So
we are technically in Kissimmee right now.
okay. Back to me.
Kissimmee.
About 10 miles, not even 10 miles. It's like a 6.5 mile drive from my hotel, but it was a 22-minute time. That's how many stops.
Welcome to Orlando.
Yeah, it's like how is 6.5 miles 22 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Going back and forth from work, and when FIFA hits, all the
And
hospitals let out.
and that
Forget about it.
wasn't even on the 4. That was on the 353.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even on like the big highway. I'm on the east-west road, and it's supposed to be easier. You know.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we are, Angela. We're
Okay.
very near it.
When you get further away from Disneyland and all the, Disney and resorts and all the hotels, it's a different Florida.
Yeah.
hmm It's a whole different Florida. I'm like, whoa, that motel should be torn down.
We're right off 192 right now at an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And, 192, you can take all the way out to the beach, a nice country ride.
So how are you doing, Craig?
What?
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fabulous.
I am ready to strangle James. And I keep reminding him, like, this is a vacation. You are supposed to relax. And I says, you need to do things that you enjoy. Why are you going to the pool with the kids? He goes, well, I want to make sure they have fun. Well, what about you? You hate water. And he's like, oh, that's a good point. Like, will you please spend a couple hours with me? Let them go to the pool by themselves. They have parents.
Well,
so
for future reference,
we get in the car. Yeah.
Florida's probably not the best vacation spot for somebody who hates water. Just for
I know,
future
right?
reference.
Well, that's why he doesn't swim, so he doesn't. Yeah, totally. Like,
It's either going to come from the sky
Yeah.
or it's.
he's okay getting rained on. He just doesn't want to be in body water. And I don't want to be in oceans or lakes or anything that has biology in it. I'm okay with chlorinated water or salt water that has been filtered to death, but I don't even like that, to be honest. I'm just like, no. And this is, especially when there's signs all over this place, don't feed the wildlife. There are alligators.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. Like alligators or snakes.
Did you see-
Everywhere.
Did you see it was probably a TikTok, but the guy goes, how to tell if there's an alligator in water in Florida?
Is it wet?
Reach down. Is it wet? There's an alligator in there.
I laughed so hard at you. Oh my God, because we're right next to my resort is next to one of these man-made, I think it's man-made. I don't know. It's
all over, and the Disney properties are all man-made.
Yeah, it's a man-made lake. So we can look across it and see Disney Springs, which is their, it's fun to go to Disney Springs, but it's also so expensive. I did go to the Wolfgang Puck restaurant, bar and grill. So it's not the Wolfgang like super high end, but it's like their lower high end. It was still expensive, but it was wow. I've never had broccolini made that well in my life. The chicken was wonderful. It took 2 days to cook, whatever. I don't care. But the broccoli was the best broccoli I've ever had. I will come back just for the vegetable. You to find a restaurant, most restaurants can cook meat and potatoes just fine. They get them to cook a vegetable well.
That
I'm like,
you're right. You're right.
like, oh my God, I'm coming back for the vegetable. So, and then yesterday we went to Raglan Road to have Irish food. So I got their curry dish, their new, and then James got like the sirloin, and then our other friend got the shepherd's pie. First time he had real shepherd's pie. So shepherd's pie is made with lamb.
Yeah.
Cottage pie is made with ground beef. Most stuff sold here in America, which is shepherd's pie, is actually made with ground beef, which is cottage pie. So
Right.
ooh, Jackie.
I'm thinking every time that our screen goes off, it does that little spin.
Yeah.
That's another $100.
Oh, that was enough. I don't know how much your Wi-Fi costs. I don't pay attention to that. But
I don't either.
the signal goes up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Even
hope,
over
I
here.
hope it's not frustrating on their end. Oh
I
no.
can't tell. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
freezes over there.
Yeah.
Y'all keep freezing. I think must be getting stormy.
Yeah. Well, we're doing hotspot because we're in and the Wi-Fi didn't work very well.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we should probably close this soon because it's not even going to upload. Oh, City Walk's where the local goes. Don't tell them that.
What's the city walk?
City Walk is it's where the locals go.
Is it a restaurant or a place?
Yeah, it's on iDrive. It's a lot of restaurants and places.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah.
Well, they're at the Magic Kingdom today, and they will be there until midnight because they have extended hours today.
They decided to try to do 5 parks in
In
5 days.
I told them not to do it. I told them don't do it. I told them don't. The kids are so exhausted. The parents are even more exhausted. This is only the 3rd day. 3rd day. So we have 2 more parks.
Yeah, it's at Universal Studios. I'm sorry, I was talking about iDrive, and she's talking about City Walk, which is iDrive and has.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been out there. What is it? It's not the Hard Rock, is it? It's not the Hard Rock.
There's tons of stuff to do in the
It's
city.
the House of Blues.
There's so many shops and restaurants. I just drive by and there's like, oh, there's another restaurant. And they're all national chains. They're not like they're local eateries. They're not local, but there's lots of them. You know.
Yeah.
I don't.
If you guys ever been to the Boston Piece or down to iDrive? iDrive's where all the kids go.
Oh yeah, we said about going to have lobster. I remember that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I like to eat at the local
Oh yeah, but
places.
the other thing I did wrong about. Oh yeah, because everybody has a Cheddar's or a Wendy's or whatever. I don't
Mhm.
have those. I can go wherever, like whatever. But we look really hard to find places that are still locally owned. People like, and we don't care.
Whenever I
We
go-
love here.
Whenever I go somewhere that I don't know, I'll try to eat at all the local places. But I always grab the business card from the restaurant every time I go. And Travis is like, "Why did you always get their business
Yeah.
card? We're never going to be there again." I was like, "Because I need to know who to sue when I get food poisoning. It's a preventative measure."
Well, that is a consideration because that is. I was supposed to meet Angela on Monday, and she is not feeling well. She got sick. I'm supposed to meet Latina on Friday. Her husband has, the big C. Well, not the big C, but the little pandemic C. So I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, the little C.
Yeah, the little C. Kids.
And the big C.
Yes, because have you watched Yoda's live or Yoda's video today? I don't know if you watched it.
No.
So Yoda, she broke her back, L1, L2 vertebrae, before she went on her trip to Italy, and they still went. And then now that they're back, Keith is going to be doing radiation, for his cancer.
It's called
So
non-refundable
wow.
tickets.
Wow.
Yeah, and she said those 2 days she spent in Rome she just laid in bed. Well, I mean, at least you're doing. First of all, the
Who said
fly.
laying in bed in wrong, but to fly?
It was a
broken
vertebra.
back.
Yeah, no, because I have all of my issues are because I have a compressed disc and some screws in my sacrum, and fractured my pelvis. There's a lot of issues, but I can't even imagine flying, even if it was first class with that much pain. Like, nope. It's like I've been like, nope. I don't care how much money I paid for that. But she did. She went.
She got here. We both had populations.
Monica had it too. See, we got the vaccine. I got the vaccine a week ago. I am just
So did
praying. I am praying that we can get it home and nobody gets sick, especially with the kiddos, because it's like they're already out of school for a week as it is.
This new strain is supposed to be bad, so I'm masking up when I leave the house, no matter what. I can't afford to.
With a mask.
That's hard. Well,
I can't afford no more illness than I already got.
So Jen flew from Denmark and back. She was fine. Nope, not sick. Fine, totally fine. Like, I hate you. I mean, I love you. I'm happy you're okay. But she didn't wear a mask. Nothing. And then my other sister's flying over to Thailand today. I'm like, and they're not wearing masks either. I'm like, you're on airplanes, major metropolitan areas where people transit.
Matt texted me and he said I'm the only one wearing a mask, and I just tested that. I don't understand people with the way this strain's running through the population. I don't understand people.
Yeah.
They don't pay attention, and then they don't take any care to make sure that they don't spread it.
Yeah.
They won't do it until it's mandated. If you wait till it's mandated, it's too late.
And then they'll play.
Yeah.
It's an election time. They're not going to mandate nothing.
Exactly.
Start dropping like flies. No, but we're not talking about that, YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah, that didn't happen. We just got our flu shots.
It's annoying that you can't say vid. You can't say the CVID, but you can say cancer on YouTube.
Whatever.
Right? It's like ridiculous. It's like, what the heck? And I watch a lot of true crime. There's a lot of words they have to put in there in acronyms, right? And then also they'll play public announcements that come from from cops. Like they're reading what the charges are. They can't even read the charges because of the word censorship. Yeah. Like what? Where do we live again? Just saying.
I know.
Just like whatever. People send their kids with fevers to school. Oh no.
I'm done with cancel culture and cutting our language out. It's silly.
Or forgetting history. You say certain
history.
You put certain words in there, actual facts of events, and the words it's like an AI bot scrubs them. I've watched it happen. I've actually put stuff in there about the French American Revolution, and it's like it deleted. I'm like, this is a thing. This really happened, guys. I'm not making it up. France in America had a war. Spain in America had a war. These things happen. We also were British, and we had a civil war. It's like with Britain.
In America, there's no such thing as. In America, there's no such thing as free speech or free. It's everything's censored now. Everything.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the digital world.
This is not even like, why is that? This is stuff you learn in civics.
It's freedom.
Hey, Jackie, ask those kids that are with you now, ask them, they're not learning that anymore.
Oh, gosh.
History is basically not taught anymore.
History used to be taught, world history 7th grade, American history 8th grade, here locally. Like, you get basic in elementary school, but I mean real history.
Wow.
And then repeated again in high school, American history 9th grade, and then other history were optional after that.
I will admit, one of my hardest classes in in college for me to pass was economics, Macro was okay. Micro is what killed me. And then government, just government, because I didn't get enough
we had
of a
government in high
foundation.
school too. We had government.
Well, in
and American
college,
history.
Just learning government, first U.S. government 101, the first.
It's hard
basic-
in college if
It's
you don't
hard
take it in
because
high school.
in high school we didn't get enough taught to us. So when I was in college, I'm like, what the what?
Well, you're younger than me, and they
Yeah.
started weeding that out
Yeah.
after my turn.
So
My kids got nothing.
Yeah, so now it's like people are like, we did what? Like I was talking
It's
to
the-
James. It's like, how did we get Florida?
Freedom.
It's like, did we buy Florida? Or I know we bought Louisiana, but did we buy Florida? How did we get Florida? Florida was Spanish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then, and the French sold us Louisiana because they were idiots. I mean, when Napoleon
Louisiana
he needed money. So I'm just like, I get it. And we took most of it from we took all of it from
For
the
the
natives.
natives.
And then we fought with the Spanish because we're like, no, we want it now. Because most of Texas was Mexico.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, and this is just stuff that's up here in the north part, right? Let's not even talk about the south part. Anyway.
Yeah.
In Tennessee,
Because we were
in Tennessee they removed all traces of slavery in Tennessee. There's no history taught about that anymore. That is a very pivotal point in history that should be taught. No matter which side of the line you stand on, it should.
I was in Michigan, and we were taught that it was about slavery. The Civil War was in America, and then down
Being scrubbed.
down
It's all
south.
being scrubbed.
My husband, he went to school, and we're the same age. He went to school in Texas. They were taught it was the war between states. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is that? And he's like,
It was the War of Southern Oppression.
he was like, it's called, that's what we called it here. I'm like, you mean about slavery? Like, no, it's economics. Well, yeah, but that's because the labor force were slaves, and the South wanted to have their labor force as free.
Yeah, free.
So, and
Have y'all,
wanted to not do that.
Have you ever heard of Shiloh National Park?
Shiloh?
It's one of the big
Yeah, he said
battlefields. It's one of the big battlefields where during the Civil War. Civil War? Yeah. Anyway, they have took all the plaques off of the statues of the. Because it's only like 10 miles from me. They took all the plaques off the statues and are rewriting them to scrub the history of what the battle was actually for. I said, why don't you just take all of it, just sell the park, turn it into a golf course. If you're going to take the history part out of it, then we don't need to have what are we having it for?
You're fine.
I know. It's like, because if we don't remember the history, we're just going to repeat it. We have
I think
we
that's
have the memories
plan.
of gnats, We don't remember stuff.
We might not repeat it, but how do we? You can't scrub that. You can't scrub that out of history.
Yeah. You can't just remove it. We already removed so much and never even put in the books,
Well,
So,
it's written. History's written by the victors.
Yeah. I think I told you that I can be a part of the Daughters of American Revolution because
Me too.
because I had family, but my father married an Asian woman, and I looked at my aunt. She explained to me what the DAR stood for, and I looked at her like, I don't think this is a good fit.
You should join just to join.
I don't want to be associated with it. Part of my family is actually Cherokee, but we can't claim it because they hid it. They purposely hid it. Actually, James's side of the family and my side of the family on my grandmother's side.
I found a little bit in mine too.
Yeah. I mean, you're
You
from
know, on
Oklahoma.
that DNA thing, there's a little bit of the color for American. Native American is yellow. There's a little yellow there.
Yeah, because from my grandmother's side, because if you were in Oklahoma at all, you're
Right, and my dad's mom's side is from Oklahoma.
I know y'all are on TikTok, right?
I cannot
I
go
don't
into
do
another
TikTok.
platform because I know me. I will just open another channel.
Hi, Aaron.
So,
And
hey guys,
Balls and Lux.
I know I just recently joined TikTok and I'm slightly obsessed. But anyway, so I've only shared one TikTok that I found so far. But this guy was like, "Tell me one thing that's not in the Bible," and he goes, "White people," but y'all not ready for that. I died. I had to share it. I died.
I love that. Oh my God, I love that. You know, people do get really upset. Like if you look at geography and where the Bible originated, where it was written, or
It's all the Middle East.
it's all the Middle East. You know,
It's all Kuwait.
they're not white. You know, it's like we have color and pigment here, guys.
There's literally, if you really,
But
if everybody wants to take a little DNA, there's no such thing as white people.
no.
No, we're a mess.
By the way, I have a sunburn. I know it's hard to tell. This lighting is yellow anyway.
We're yellow.
But I put on my face cream, which has sunblock, and I put some on my arms and totally forgot right here. And I was wearing a dress with a lower collar, not forgetting completely. And I'm like, why do I hurt? What did happen to me? And I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, this is the wrong color. This is not the right color. Like, what is wrong with me?
Your white is showing.
It's like I am so because I avoid the sun, guys. I work in a dark environment because I'm using stereoscopic equipment, doing remote sensing, right? So I'm in a darkish room, and then I get home. But by the time we get home, it's like everything's blacked out anyway because we're like dark, quiet, not hot. Oh, that's the hardest thing about this whole trip. The amount of noise 4 children can generate is like, wow.
That is not a vacation, girl.
Well, I just hide in my room. I'm cool with it. You know, they knew that. But the kids are having a blast. They're having a blast. But I the adults are having.
I'm being
more,
summoned. I have to
the
go.
adults are like,
I'm being
Okay,
summoned.
and we're probably gonna go too because this is never gonna upload. Right.
well,
Thank you, everybody.
doesn't it go? It's live, so it just.
Oh no, it has to render.
Oh, okay, bye guys. Bye. Everybody.
Thanks for coming.
I'll have to do a live later for